My name is Saber, and I'm a Western Sydney-based film and media maker. I originally came from Afghanistan. I was born there, but now I live in Australia. So I make films. I also facilitate workshops as well as facilitate digital storytelling. I have a strong belief that storytelling can bring people together. It is by us telling our stories to each other that we understand each other better and we get close to each other. So that gap that we have between us and that misunderstanding and miscommunication will be eliminated and go away, and we just live just like human.
دنبال کار که نمیگردی؟
اینطوری بهتر ماما.
پدرام بهتر برای تو اینه که درس تو بخونی آخر سال نمره خوب بیاری.
Well, when it comes to identity, to self-identity, it's a very tricky question. Whether I myself, as an individual, whether I consider myself an Australian or whether I consider myself more of an Afghan or an immigrant, as some people put it. But at the end of the day, it comes to what you believe, and I myself believe entirely in the whole world rather than a country itself. So I think, first of all, I consider myself being someone who belongs to this world. Well, if someone walks up to me and asks me, am I Australian? I will ask them why they're asking me that question. Because if I tell them that I'm an Australian, does that make me a better human being? The answer is no. Or if I tell them that I'm an Afghan, does that make me a better human being? No. What makes me a better human being to them is just myself. But if someone comes to me in Australia and asks me, are you an Australian? My answer certainly would be yes. I'm an Australian because I'm an Australian citizen and I live in Australia. But they better give me a good reason why they're asking the question. Having a festival like Colourfest is necessary in Australia because the way that our commercial media is going is quite one-sided, and we always are orientated by stories from overseas. We care about what is happening in Las Vegas with Paris Hilton, but we don't care about an Indigenous elder speaking in a public ceremony, or 20 people getting their citizenship here in Australia and who escaped from war, etc. So the stories that are kind of bringing diversity into this society and making this society the way that it is and representing what actually Australia is, which is a multicultural country, is bringing them into the screen is very important. And I think Colourfest allows those stories to go to big screen because there are not many festivals that are actually specifically targeting these type of films and this type of audience.